Hey everyone, I'm London, and today I'm doing a DIY Thanksgiving centerpiece. Now, we're using pillar candles and decorating them with dried citrus fruits. It's super easy, it's really cheap, and it looks fantastic. So you can also use this. I already have my Thanksgiving centerpiece that I made, and so I'm using this as a present for my sister. She did something really nice for me, so I'm thanking her with these amazing citrus pillar candles. So use them for whatever you feel is best, but they smell great, they're cheap and easy, and they're made with love, so you can't do better than that. And we're gonna get into it. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your citrus, whatever you're using, and you're gonna cut them to 1/8 of an inch. While you're doing this, you also should have your oven preheated to about 250. And once we have all of these sliced and put on the wire racks, see, did this one bad. It turned out good on the top, but on the bottom it got way too thin. So I'm gonna put that in my junk pile and try and get them as even as I can. But once you get them on the wire rack, we are going to be putting them in the oven for about 2 hours on 250. So now that I have all of my fruit on there, I'm going to grab some oven mitts. I love these oven mitts. They're from Anthropologie. They're really cute. I got them on my wedding registry. So since our oven's already preheated, just going to pop that open and put our wire racks on top of cookie trays. Okay, luckily they both fit in, so I'm going to let them heat let them cook for about 2 hours, and then I'm gonna come check on them. See you in a bit. So, alright everyone, we are on to our next step in the process, and for this, you need to strip everything off of your pillar candles. You need a hot glue gun and hot glue sticks. And I'm gonna go get all of my limes and oranges. You can do no wrong. Okay everyone, so this is what your finished product's gonna look like. You're going to have dried out limes, and you can see that it makes the really big indent when they're all dried up. Some of them will even turn like a little crisp on the outsides, making the other side look very dry. You will also find that some of them will burn, like more than a crisp. In fact, I already weeded through all of my good ones and bad ones. I saved a couple oranges that were pretty burnt, because I can either hide them or use them to my advantage. So the key to this part of the process is that you're not actually gluing these to the candle. You're going to take whatever citrus you're using, and they're not really flexible. So I kind of go through and kind of crack mine just a little bit, so that way I can give them a little bit more shape. And you want to kind of build an idea of what you want. So I know that these shapes work for me. In fact, now that I've made them, I'm going to line them up in the order that I put them on so I know who goes where. So I'm going to start off with this guy. I'm going to put him on my pillar candle and then take him, well, I kind of like this side too. Which side do I like more? It's another part of the process, figuring out which side's the best. All right, so I'm gonna fit it onto my candle, and I like how they overlap because since this one is really bendy, it's possible for them to lap. Okay, then we're gonna take your hot glue gun and glue it onto the other. All right, now be careful with hot glue, and you wanna hold it down for a while. After you've hot glued it, I wouldn't go and bend it again. You need to give it some time to stick. They smell really good. So do this all the way around your pillar candle. Another step to the process is that you want to use the orange's natural shape. So I have my first two right here, and after some thought, this one really didn't fit. I have it so that they fit the candle right now, but with this one, it just doesn't have a natural shape that really fits. I have to crack it so much that it's almost broken in half. So, like with this one, instead of using this side, which as you can see is it points downwards, the point is at the top, it would make it this so open that you couldn't connect them. So you want to flip it over and overlap it as much as possible, and that way you can use the orange's natural shape. Okay, so I have gone through and made the basic shell of the outside of the candle. I have the one space open for the last connecting orange. So as you can see, I've made it so that it fits around the candle. It looks nice and there's no huge gaping holes. So the last piece is going to fit right here. And you want to do it while it's on the candle so you know that you've made it the right size. So I'm putting mine to the side and making sure that everything fits, and then hot gluing on one side, hot gluing the other, making sure there's enough glue to keep it steady, because this one is the one that's going to have the most stress on it, and connecting. I'm going to hold it there for, I don't know, however long it feels until, or however long it takes until it feels really sturdy. So when it gets to be a little bit more firm, you can take the candle out nice and slow so that it keeps its shape. As you can see, we have our candle holder with some strings from the hot glue. Just make sure to peel those strings off. And now you can take your smaller decoration, whatever that may be. Maybe you want to wrap some burlap around the candle and then put the oranges on. And then you're going to put your different size limes on in between where all of these connect. So that way it kind of hides the connections that don't look so great. My finished product, and you can put it at the top, you can put it at the bottom, you can even put it in the middle. Just keep in mind the first pancake rule. The first pancake rule, if you've never heard of it, means that your first pancake doesn't always turn out great. A lot of the times you mess up your first pancake. You've got to keep trying and trying again until you get exactly what you want. So luckily, I have 2 other candles that I can make this happen. Thanks guys, have fun doing this.